So today we're going to be going over a banded cat-cow drill with some cueing from the band as well as the blocks. And we're going to be maintaining active hip extension to work to isolate hip extension from our lumbar movement. So what you're going to do is you're going to take the band. If your thumbs feel comfortable, you can anchor it around your thumbs like this. If you need a little bit more support, you can go over the whole hand, but you want to wrap it over your lumbar spine. And lumbar spine, you're going to find that bone on the side. You can find your ribs, and it's essentially this middle space in between, belly button straight across. So you don't want it so low that it's on your pelvis. Feel for those tall bony prominences and then go slightly higher. So this is actually the top of my pelvis. So to mobilize that lumbar spine, I want to be right about there. My thumbs feel comfortable with this grip. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take some yoga blocks and I'm going to get them right underneath my belly button so that I have a target. And then from here I'm going to lift one leg, squeezing through the glute, getting my full hip extension. And I'm going to maintain that lift as I drop down and arch up. And you can see how much my thoracic spine wants to help because I've got some limitations in my lumbar spine. So really focusing on like, okay, we can get that extension. Now, how much can I round through low back without my leg collapsing, right? So the goal is to get as much lumbar flexion as you can while keeping that hip in active hip extension, and also making sure that you aren't just tipping right to one side or tipping really high, but keeping pelvis square and moving in this plane of motion. So this is what it looks like from the other side. You can raise or lower the yoga blocks depending on your level of mobility. And so the lower they are, the more that it drills lumbar extension. The higher they are, the easier it is. Keeping that hip extension. Really think about lifting through the leg, keeping that hip extension as much as possible, keeping it square.